The WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, muggy, patchy fog, a low of 64 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny, hot and humid, a high of 92. Thursday, hot and humid, a high of 92. Friday, showers and storms are likely, a high of 84 degrees. And on Saturday, sunny, pleasant, a high of 75. Same for Sunday, sunny, pleasant, a high of 75. In Waukesha, it's 84. In Milwaukee, it's 72 degrees. So yesterday at this time, I had just landed. I had actually landed a few minutes earlier, coming home from our girl in Dallas. And I was in the car, and I was listening to this show. I was listening to our show, and I was driving. And I heard James Causey, columnist for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, on the show. And as I was sitting in the car listening like all the rest of you, just as a listener, this is part of what I heard him say.
We need to put aside the businesses that are vandalized and stuff like that. Those people have insurance. Those buildings will be fixed and brought back, and all that stuff will be taken care of. But the trauma that exists, we need to start fixing our people, and we need to start making sure that these systems are held accountable so they don't have to constantly witness this. I worry more about people than buildings.
Okay. So Causey was asked, do you worry that burning stuff down and crime is distracting from the message? And he said, I'm not worried about buildings. People who own those buildings have insurance and they will come back. I worry about people. I worry about both. Of course I worry about the people. Of course the people are more important. But I also worry about the businesses. Have you seen the pictures of what's been happening in Kenosha? Go to Tony Beddock's Twitter feed. James Causey, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for basically saying you don't give a damn about people's businesses burning to the ground because they have insurance and they'll come back. First off, not everybody has insurance. Second off, we live in a country that's a country of laws and rules. You can't just burn stuff down. We have a big boss here that likes to say, in every situation, there is an and. It's not an either or. It's and. Let's do the best we're doing right now, and let's take it up a notch. Let's take care of the people we love at home, and let's be nice to the people at work. How about and? How about let's worry about the people that are traumatized, because that's real, and we take care of the businesses. We take care of what's going on. We watch out for each other. And not just while we're marching around making a lot of noise, but that we watch out for each other when we think about businesses that people have spent their entire lives putting together. A furniture store that's been in a family for 40 years in Kenosha was torched, burnt to the ground. George Hill on the Milwaukee Bucks. Speaking to Greg Masick, earlier today, had this to say when Greg asked him about the rioting, the looting, the criminal activity.
See, I'm all for positive protesting. I'm all for that. I'm not for the looting. I'm not for the destroying your city. I'm not for vandalizing, property. That's really not getting anything accomplished. That's just making us look like who we are, who they say we are.
So George Hill wants change, wants discussion, and thinks that burning stuff down is a big deal. Jacob Blake was shot by police. His family this afternoon said it's a big deal that we not destroy things. They said it would be unpleasing to him. He would be upset if he knew what was happening in Kenosha. Two respected voices saying it's a big deal. James Causey, no big deal. We got to understand, people have insurance. Let's listen to Jacob Blake Sr. No, this is the mom, right, Nick? Julia Jackson. This is Jacob Blake's mom.
As I was riding through here, I noticed a lot of damage. If Jacob knew what was going on as far as that goes, the violence and the destruction, he would be very unpleased.
Okay, that's the mother of the young man that was shot. This is James Causey talking about burning and looting and criminal activity.
We need to put aside the businesses that are vandalized and stuff like that. Those people have insurance. Those buildings will be fixed and brought back.
We need to put that aside. And while we're talking about this, we've made no progress on this important major issue. This discussion has led to nothing. No progress. Part of the reason is because we're spending time and energy talking about looting and vandalism and criminal activity when there are very real issues. There's stuff that really matters, that really needs to change, that we really need to get a grip on. And we can't have that discussion because we're busy talking about Kenosha looking like a war zone. And to some people, I guess it just doesn't matter. Tom Newman with news about your money. It's the WTMJ Drake & Associates Market Update. U.S. stocks finished mixed today as Apple shares declined for the first time in 6 sessions. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 60 points, while the S&P 500 Index increased 0.36%, and the Nasdaq Composite traded higher by 0.76. Apple dropped 0.8%, giving back some of its blistering rally into a record valuation. Today's drop in the Dow followed news that Dow Jones Indices will be adding Salesforce.com, Amgen, and Honeywell to the industrial average, while ExxonMobil, Pfizer, and Raytheon Technologies will be replaced. The changes are driven by Apple's coming stock split, which will reduce the technology weighting in the price-weighted average. Salesforce, Amgen, Honeywell all gained ground today, while Exxon, Pfizer, and Raytheon declined. Exxon has been a part of the average for nearly 100 years. For Drake & Associates, I'm Tom Newman, financial advisor for News Radio, WTMJ.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. Gruber Law Offices has been the hometown firm for the people of Wisconsin for more than 30 years. When your loved one has been injured, you can trust our team to fight for you. We're very proud to partner with the Milwaukee Bucks and wish them the very best of luck in the playoffs. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Save time, money, and frustration every Saturday morning. Tune in to the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Mason. At 7, he'll welcome Benjamin Lodwick from All-American Window and Door. And at 8, Gary McHugh from Trees on the Move.
At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, hear Money Talk. For an unbiased review of your investments, call Annex Wealth Management at 262-786-6363 or visit them on the web at annexwealth.com.
Saturday on How To Radio, WTMJ.
Peak Performance for Men is an industry leader in treating erectile dysfunction, and their treatments are finally available in Milwaukee. If you suffer from erectile dysfunction and have tried treatments that have not produced results, Peak Performance for Men wants to see you. Peak Performance for Men is Milwaukee's leader in treating ED, and they do it naturally. No pain, no downtime, no pumps or medication. Peak Performance's state-of-the-art technology rids blood vessels of plaque and scar tissue buildup to stimulate stem cell growth that can get you back to your natural functionality. Peak Performance for Men has an over 85% success rate, with 90% of men reporting positive results in sexual performance. Call now to speak to one of their professional medical staff today at 414